Just start, stop on it.
Can I ask you something?
Is the red dot on?
Pretty much.
If it's pretty much, or is it on?
How can the red dot be pretty much? Of course it's fucking on.
Well, you said pretty much, so that's what I was asking you. So it's on. Okay.
Can I say something?
You can say or ask me anything you want.
What do you mean by crazy?
You asked me that. You said, do you think I'm crazy, Rick? And I said to you, what do you mean by crazy? Now, when I said that to you, if any of the people who are watching this don't know, it's the title of a song that you wrote when I was a high school kid.
Shitavi wrote the lyrics, I wrote the music.
But you wrote the music, you were a writer of the song. He was a writer of the song, you were co-authors. It's irrelevant. But, what do you mean by crazy? To me means there's no standard to what crazy is. Aren't we all? So what do you mean by crazy? Because we're all crazy, and we're all sane. We all have our own systems of dealing with life. Some people, maybe it's criminal, they need help. They need to be locked up because they're dangerous to others. But what do you mean by crazy? We're all crazy. None of us have the answer. All of us have our own crazy dreams. We have our own crazy strategies. We have our own crazy ways of dealing with life. Some of them are more compatible than others, those strategies. Some people are not compatible with others with those strategies. The ones that don't think we're compatible with each other in communication or whatever, they might think that each one of us are crazy, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's true. We all have our own standards, our own ways, our own perfections, our own mistakes, our own shortfalls. But does it mean any of us are crazy? Not necessarily. It doesn't. We might even be crazy at times, but for the most part we're sane. There are things like love and heartbreak and death that break that down for us sometimes. And then we question if we were crazy or not. But the answer is no, none of us are. We're all molecules swimming around, bumping into each other. And sometimes we bump into each other correctly, and sometimes we don't. It's violent, it's hurtful, it's painful. And that's when we think, am I crazy? Am I not crazy? So what do you mean by crazy? What do you mean by it?
I mean, I believe we won't survive.
And guess what? Inevitably we won't. But in the meantime, what do? You survive doing the things that make you and other people happy if possible. And that's just the best way. If you can make yourself and other people happy, it's wonderful. And if you can't make other people happy, then concentrate on those you can and yourself. And if you can't make anybody happy, then concentrate on making yourself happy. And that in turn might make those who come in contact with you happy as well. And that's a valiant thing to try.
I mean, I believe we will survive.
See? Then we will, too.